Shalom, giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah HaKodash. Double honor to the elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth. A sincere Shalom, Labakaryim, Shah, Yasha Allah. That's peace to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel. This is Off-Grid Desert Farming YouTube handle that I follow, ran by a guy named Paul and his wife Adrian. It started out as a farming channel, and then it morphed into basically a war news 24/7 channel where they report world news around the clock, serious events. And this is an emergency alert. This came out a few hours ago. One of the biggest, largest, let me read this here. Terrifying, powerful Russian attack on Ukraine with 158 air weapons, warehouses, air defense bases, factories destroyed. The biggest attack since the start of the war. And this was a major attack. This is being reported on several stations right now. I was listening to 1010 Winds on the AM dial, and they was reporting that Russia attacked Ukraine on a serious level. This attack was bigger than any of the attacks since the war started. Early, they actually moved on them about a little over a year now. So they launched one of the biggest, and this was in retaliation of one of their warships being attacked by Ukraine. You might as well say America, because they're using American-made weapons, which puts America directly in that war against the bear, directly in that war. And then the second news on the table was an attack launched today by the small hats down there in Israel, our land, on Hezbollah. And they took out 12 top generals of Iran, which is big business because they just took out one of their generals last week. So Iran is furious. That dragon, man. They bringing out that wild man of Ishmael. Ishmael's a wild man. So you have a lot. This is how you bringing in your New Year's with war. Because the Lord tell you in the last days, we're going to get right into this video. And Salakia, you was going to have this. This is Joel 3 verse 9 NLT. Say to the nations far and wide, get ready for war. And this is all you're going to be hearing this year, 2024. The money system is going to change. In CBDC, everything is going digital. World War III and the UFO, which is the deliverance. This is going to be ringing off. So everything is set for biblical prophecy. And the Lord tell you everything is on his timer. Matter of fact, before we finish that, and this is what people don't understand about prophecy. Prophecy don't move according to your emotion. It moves on a timer. So time actually dictates prophecy. And everything is on the Lord's time right now. This is Job 14. Verse 5. Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. So the Lord is magnificent the way he running this thing out. And his bounds, or his lines that he's limited to, he can't pass that. This is Psalms 139 verse 6. Such knowledge is too wonderful for me. It is high. I cannot attain it. So these prophecies and the timeline, how everything is set, this is way beyond your average Babylonians, comprehension. So we don't expect, your family to understand this. You know, you at the job, you trying to talk to your coworkers, they can't get it, and you going crazy because they can't get it. You know, you're talking to your buddies, your friends you grew up with. You might be trying to drop some prophecies on them. They can't get it. You know, and this is not the time to be rubbing your head wondering why people can't get it. You should be asking the question why you understand and why do you get it? Because you possibly of the Lord's hopeful elect. Because to understand these prophecies and be able to put these timelines together before it happened, that's not an average thing. You don't run across that. That's a fortunate thing. And when you go into that word fortunate, meaning it happened by chance. You didn't expect it. You just basically fell upon it. And that's what it is with this word right now. With the understanding of where the Esau got these big word eschatology. You know, the study of the ending times, man. You know, we in love with the end time prophecies. So most people bring it in 2024 hoping for the best, right? We bring it in 2024 hoping for the worst, because the worst is going to end up being our best. You know, the day of doom is the time of immortality. That 2 Ezra, the 7th chapter. So we looking for that immortality, but before that comes, all of the destruction got to take place, man. That dark day that the Lord spoke about. So I'm going to read this. I'm going to read it again. This is Psalms 139:6. Such knowledge is too wonderful for me. It is high. I cannot attain it. This was David just giving all praise, honor to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah for his magnificent, wonderful works and miracles. And David did understand a lot. Just like we understand a lot. We understand a lot more than the prophets that wrote it down. And a lot of times, you know, people don't take, well, maybe, you know, the hopeful elect do, but the average person, they don't take in consideration that there's men of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah breaking down the mysteries of this book right now. We telling you that third world war is coming, man. Let's get it. We telling you there's going to be a UFO takeover, which are the chariots of the Lord. We telling you that your money system, your paper system of doing the way you do business is going to be interrupted by digital all, which is the MOTB. We telling you who that beast is and what that mark is. So you got men out here doing that, and the world don't respect that. This is Revelations 11, verse 14. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. These are the things that's too high for the people in the world. So they're going to bring their New Year's 2024, what they think is new, but everything's dead in the winter. Nothing is revived until the springtime. The month of Abib, which is the spring 4th, what happens around April, May, around the time of the Passover, always laying around. Was that end of March, maybe middle of April, you know, around that time, when things, your springtime, when things are renewing itself. That's when it's new, not in the dead of the winter. But they're going to bring their New Year's in, you know, thinking that the economy is just going to reset itself. Everything is going to just fix itself. And that's the furthest from the truth. You know, this thing is about to spiral out of control, and you're going into the New Year's with war. And it's ultimately going to lead into the Third World War. And before that happens, the system, the way you do business, is going to be made digital. Shit, I just left Whole Foods a minute ago, man. And you got people using that swipe machine. And it looks strange, man. Like, even though we know the prophecies, when you see it happening before your face, people actually swiping their hand over that device, you know, it's like, it strengthens your faith. It's a sight to see. What scripture I said I wanted to get? It just, you know, just flew from me. Oh, matter of fact, thank the Wale Abba Yahba Shemel. You know, so we in that time when the Lord said this here. This is Ezekiel 7:6. The end is come. The end is come. He had to stress that 2 times. He said the end, right? And when you click on this word end, he said the end has come. The end has come. When you click on this word in here, Salakia, this is the end.
Strong's H, 7093. Kate's.
Quatazah, right? Which is in. At the end of a time. You see that? So what end has come? The end of an eon, a time, a rulership that the apostles was asking about 2,000 years ago. The Roman rulership, but now we in the rebirth. We in the womb that came back. The image of that first beast, which was Rome. Now we get to see the ending of a time, a process, infinite, a border. We just read about his bounds being set, man. So we are looking at an end of Esau, was that 2nd Ezra 6 and 9. So the end has come. So once again, it says, an end is come, an end of a time, an age, a rulership of Esau. The end is come. It watcheth for thee. Behold, it is come. And that means a lot of people is not expecting it. But just because you don't see it coming don't mean it ain't happening. It's watching for you. That's that thief in the night. You're going to be caught off guard. Because as they bringing in this 2024 with flutes and balloons and confetti and watching that ball drop on the other side of the world, it's burning, and they bringing out the heaviest missiles they got to get this thing started. So that's the end watching for thee. This is NLT, 2nd Ezra 7 and 6. The end has come. It has finally arrived. Your final doom is waiting. Wow. Wow. Your final doom, the day of doom, is the day of immortality. So your doom is going to be to the hopeful elect, which is actually the elect transformation, the day of the rebirth of the gods. So all panic is about to break loose in this country. Because this is the only place that's not burning right now with fire and chaos and civil war. Because the Middle East is turned up. You got the North turned up with Russia. Now they just waiting for what? The West? Where we at? So the party's about to start, man. Let me just play a little bit of this video.
Hello, everybody. This is... Go ahead.
Hold on. Oh, Salakia. That's the Ark right there. I listened to the Ark earlier.
Let's try this again. Good Desert Farming with Paul and Adrian. This is December the 29th, 2003. We have a special breaking news alert for you guys this morning that we have information coming in that over the last 24 hours has launched the most massive attack on Ukraine since the start of the 2-year war. 158 missiles and drones were launched.
Woo!
Different cities in Ukraine with devastating effects, warehouses, bases, factories destroyed. This is the biggest attack by Russia since the war started back in February the 24th, 2022. And this is probably retaliation for Ukraine sinking Russia's war in Crimea a couple of days ago. I hope most of you people know that information, that Ukraine launched an attack with Scalp and Storm Shadow missiles from NATO, one of Russia's largest amphibious ships that was docked in one of the ports in Crimea. And this, just in the last 24 hours for that attack on their warship. This is the breaking news coming in. Terrifying, powerful Russian attack on Ukraine. 58 air weapons, warehouses, air defenses, bases, factories destroyed. Attack since the start of the war. Complete devastation. Whole blocks of buildings are gone.
So, hey, so we're going to leave it right there. These are some of the, the missile jets they use. So we into Syria. This is how we're turning, into their year, 2024. You're going in with war. Shit, on your Christmas, there was war. There was bombs that was shot over there by the small hat. They killed that general over there, a Hezbollah, on your Christmas. Now we're going into your New Year. You tell me if the men of the Lord is wrong about these prophecies, then you tell me what's going on. You can't describe this nowhere in history because we at the end. Remember, you might not be watching, but the end is watching for you. Giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakah Kodash, Shalom.